Monday Morning Glue is on the air. Good morning. It is Monday, March 25th, 8 a.m. The music we are listening to is Orange Justice. It's from the game Fortnite. I don't know what it is about that beat, but it's pretty cool. And it didn't get flagged in the last video, so I'm going to keep using it. So how was everybody's weekend? Mine was cool. We went out, we saw a movie Friday or Saturday. I already made a video about it. That would be the Nancy Drew. Haven't checked that out. A fun movie with no message, just fun. As far as our site goes, ClassicGlue.com, there have been no major updates. David is always adding new content. I haven't noticed any problems lately. If you do have display problems, it is because it doesn't always wrap correctly or dynamically flow on different mobile devices, depending on the updates they make to their individual browsers. I find that ClassicGlue works best on tablets with Chrome. I've had a lot of people say that it does not work well with Apple iOS devices. But again, it really depends on the make of the browser, the version that they're using. Sometimes Chrome gets an update where the site does not actually play nice, but then it seems to smooth itself out. It really depends on the individual build of the browser. It does seem to work well on Internet's Edge browser, but the styling sheets don't always play nice either. But one day, we'll get a web-friendly mobile version of the website, and the app that everybody wants, but no one wants to pay for. $2 is all I'm asking.
That's $2. Cash.
Is that so much? We got 1,600 members. If we all kicked in $2 a month, we could get the money raised and have the app built, and then nobody would have display problems. The design is kind of baked into the app, so once it's set in stone, it's good until you update it. And even I want an app. It just makes it so much easier to type around when you're on a tablet or mobile, since a lot of you are using tablets and cell phones because you're sick, or you're in bed, or you just can't move around as easy. One of my best good friends, Fran and Tammy, they used to use it all the time, but they're having some really bad times. And I wish you a lot of love, ladies. I hope things get better for you. You're always in my heart and in my prayers. Love you much. So, on to entertainment news. Well, I've been watching the new season of Project Runway. Just started. I swear. Sometimes I really don't know where they dig up these people. They think because they dress funny, they're creative, they can make clothes. No, it doesn't work that way, sweetheart. And that sweetheart goes for both men and women. Traditionally, ladies do well. They're mostly the winners. And the men, they love fashion. This season, we actually have a hetero designer. Good for him. But he's not that good. There's a crazy lady who dresses in bright polka dots, kind of like Dot, and weird suspenders, and yeah, I know she says it's her style, but come on, you're doing that for shock value. There's no style there. Trust me, she hasn't been winning any challenges. She's been on the bottom twice. Granted, they're only on the second episode, but still. Now this is the first new season back with Bravo again. Unfortunately, Heidi Klum is left, Tim Gunn is left. They're back in New York. They're in a weird industrial space, so they're no longer with Parsons School of Design, and their workspace is a giant loft, and they're using it as both the runway and the workspace. And I like the old workspace because it was nice and white and bright, and you could actually see what you're doing. When you're in a red brick workspace, kind of does not reflect the lighting well. Now, there have been a few, I'd say out of the team designers, 2 of them are actually showing promise right off the gate, even though several of these designers are supposedly already dressing celebrity clients. Now, dressing a client is a lot different than designing clothes for them. A dresser, you just pick out the clothes they're going to wear and make matches, whereas a designer actually builds it from scratch. So far, there's been a lot of crap on that stage, barely passable in the fashion design industry. Christian, I don't know if you know who that is, but he was a former contestant. He started 13 years ago when he was 19. Had really spiky hair. He was going to be that rebel. You see him now, though? He's 30. He's in a nice clean-cut suit, slick back hair. He's the new Tim Gunn. Now, he needs some work. I like Christian. He's won before. His form of advice when he's walking around the workroom during the inspection time is like he's not even paying attention. He's just, I mean, he does give criticism, but he doesn't even say make it work. I mean, come on, you can't have Project Runway without somebody saying make it work. As usual, there is a lot of mismanaged time. I know how that is. You get an idea in your head and you think, oh, I can pull that off really quick. And then it doesn't go quick and you get into the weeds. And then you get behind and then you have to stop. Okay, I don't have time for that. Well, I don't have enough material for that. And then you're screwed. And then you're on the bottom and then soon you're out. Next, MasterChef JUNIOR. Ooh, 24 kids ranging from 8 to 14 cook for Chef Ramsay. And kids have fun. They're not as harsh on them, but they do require you to actually have a basic knowledge of cooking. It's a fun show. There have been some disasters, but you know, they're kids, again, from 8 to 13, that you can cook on the MasterChef level at all is aces in my book. I mean, they're making dishes that I wouldn't know how to make. I mean, if I had a recipe, sure. So one thing about these cooking shows, there are no recipes. They just tell you, okay, here are your ingredients. You gotta make this. No measurements, no temperatures. You have to know. Well, that's part of cooking. And I consider myself quite the baker. I used to make chocolates and pastries for a living, so I know how hard cooking is. I am very surprised at the skill level of some of these kids. Some make stupid mistakes you would think, you wouldn't make. But again, the judges don't give them any slack just because they are kids. They're all expected to be treated equal and on equal footing. So that's cool. Next, Survivor. Oh yes, it's a new twist this year. So they started off with 2 teams and getting eliminated. But once you leave Tribal Council, you're presented with 2 options. There's the boat. You can leave, get a shower, relax, have some food, or take this torch and head to the coast. There's a boat waiting. And so far, every contestant that's been voted out has taken the torch, because why wouldn't you? I mean, a chance not to be eliminated, even though you don't know what's going to happen. So they get on this boat, takes them to an island. But there's nothing there. No shelter, no food, no fire, no flint. It's up to them to do it themselves. So I think it was hell for the very first contestant who wound up there. But then once the game started flowing, more people got eliminated, well, everyone went there. So last week, they had 2 tribes, and I figured, okay, this has got to be it. They're going to drop the buff where we're going to have a new tribe. I was thinking, okay, this is when they're going to bring 3rd tribe that's over on the island, who now actually has food and been getting clues, and they've earned, fire and whatnot. But no, they split the 2 tribes on the beach into 3. And I was thinking, well, okay, whichever team loses, they'll have to face off against the tribe that's on the island. But that hasn't happened yet. So maybe this week, we'll see. Now, Jeff hasn't said how many players are going to get to come back. We just know that at some point, one or all of those players are going to come back for a mega challenge, maybe. Let's see, what else have I? Top Chef. That is down to the final 2 chefs. We'll see how that goes. It was a tough one last week. They were down to 3, and the guy from Alabama got eliminated. And I believe it's 2 ladies. Very good cooks. The finale will be on Thursday. So, you like cooking shows or cooking competition shows, check out the final episode of Top Chef. Since I record everything, I rarely watch anything live. I use YouTube TV, and they have an unlimited DVR. So I can literally record infinite amount of shows all at the same time. So there's always something fresh for me to watch. Disasters at Sea. That's a new show on Smithsonian. It's about accidents at sea. I also like Locked Up Abroad. People who think, oh, I'm going to traffic in drugs and it's going to be great. And then they get busted overseas and they spend time in foreign prisons. It's one thing you learn. America, you get arrested, yeah, it's prison. But it's like a hotel compared to the rest of the world, where they just throw you in a walled-off village with no cells. You're on your own, and you've got to pay for everything. It's very weird. But they're cool tales. Some are innocent, some are guilty, and all of them have been released because the story is being narrated by the real person, while their story is being portrayed by actors. It's a good show. Well, guys, that is all for this Monday Morning Glue. I hope you've been entertained. Please like the video, share the video with your friends, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. We have time. Why not join the Patreon? Help us get closer to creating that app that we all so desperately need. Thank you very much, and I will see you next week. Bye. Have something to send us? We have a P.O. Box. P.O. Box 11626, Hollywood Way, California, 91505-11626. Show your friends you support Classic Glue while showing the world who you back in the battle of the second screen. The brand new Classic Glue t-shirt from Zazzle. Sizes vary from small to 6X. And you can take your choice of colors from olive, forest green, camo, and many, many more. And if you haven't already, go ahead and order a team hoodie. And I love Classic Glue tee, an opening team tee, or an athletics tee as well. The link is below in the description. You're gonna look great. People love these shirts, and they fit wonderfully. If you enjoyed this video and want to stick around, why not subscribe to this channel by clicking the glue bottle in the middle. Ring that bell for notifications and stay tuned. More videos are coming right up.